welcome, Lou Mo Podcast.
Welcome back. We're back with another video. See, whenever it hits 1 is when you say it. So, Lou Mo Podcast, like, subscribe, share, comment. Go to Mo,
Real Talk
with
with
Mo, CB Lifestyle Apparel.
Apparel is the way.
So check this out.
Chasing millions, counting blessings.
Have you ever thought the reason why you don't have as many friends, the reason why you're not as excited about life and you get depressed pretty easily, and maybe
Sounds like it's going down a bad
maybe
path.
it's because maybe you just look how you treat yourself. Maybe once you start looking at really realizing the fact that you treat yourself like shit, you are doing negative self-talks, or you're always talking shit. Like our brains are just wired that way.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do it? Can't you do it? I don't know if I can do it. I try to rewire that where I don't listen to the I can't do it part, and I just do the work or get the thing done.
Or just think, is it possible?
Is it possible?
That's what I use.
Because I remember even
some stuff is a lot of work.
an old boss of mine used to say, like, I used to be like, bro, it's
Two
impossible.
clocks never
It's
strike at the
impossible,
same
dude.
time
And he'd
at
be
the
like,
same time.
nothing,
Oh, I thought that's what you know.
almost nothing in this business is impossible. So I always get myself out of that mind
Yeah.
state of
I don't like that.
being scared or being nervous or whatever. Like I'm very cool
Very positive.
at the end of the day, right? So I'm
I'm
cool
very
as shit. But I'm very positive, right? So and it's people are always asking like how do you get more friends? How do you stay positive? How do you stay up? And the reason how you stay up is how you talk to yourself. I talk to like somebody said one time too, he's like, talk to yourself as if how you would talk to your best friend. You wouldn't talk to your best friend at all how you talk. I'm like, God, you're such a pussy, or I wish you could have done this better. You're an asshole. I can't believe that you're like that. Or maybe even you live in regret and you're like, man, I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda. You would never talk to your best friend that way. When he said when my best friends are talking to me, or Mo, whoever, I'm trying to get through the conversation as positive as possible. Even if they come at me with a problem, I'm trying to help them solve the problem. And even discussing it, I'm like, how are we gonna figure it out? Even though I'm not even a part of their problem, I'm like, we can figure this out, bro. Look, if we do it this way, we do it that way, like we're a team, as another way. But because I do that to myself, that's why it works. So you need to start taking a look at yourself and really understand how you live, how you are, and really understand how your brain works a little bit better, and start giving yourself, like, just look at how you treat yourself and start treating yourself a lot better. Start looking in the mirror and start looking at yourself a little bit better. Instead of going like, oh man, I got a wrinkle right here, I'm getting older. Oh man, I got wrinkles, or I got too many freckles. Like there's so many things I can break apart about myself. But instead I'm just like, you look good. And then I move on to the day, right? Like if I stayed in the whole, like everything, all the flaws, I have little nipples, whatever it is, I would for sure be miserable every day of my life. I can't live my life that way.
Well, you gotta live positive. Like, I think people should live positive. We talked about this before. You know, talking about the positive living, positive thinking type of thing that we talked about 1,016,000,000 times, right? We talked about this. We talk about it all the time, and like I said, it's of you being honest with yourself, but also like not being like everything is not bad, everything's not good, everything has good, everything has bad. It's like you gotta kind of come to that middle ground with yourself and understand.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing's impossible. Things have been done, because everything that was people said was impossible can be done. Has become reality most of the time. And it's like, it just takes for that one person to go against the odds and beat it and do it. So,
and we know it's not as easy as it's like we could say.
None of
everything's
it's easy.
easier said than done.
But life is not easy. It's not easy at all.
But
It's not easy to get up every day. But I know this. I get up knowing this. I get up knowing that life is not easy. I get up knowing that today I'm going to walk out into the rain.
Yes,
right?
100%.
I get up today knowing that my knee's going to be hurting. My back might hurt, right? I get up with the thinking already. I know this, right? My son's going to ask me for a million things. My wife going to tell me to do this, ask me to do this, right? My job, they might give me 26 calls a day, right? I wake up with it knowing it could be a possibility.
I even think it's the worst case scenarios.
But I'm
ready for it.
But like whatever it is, I'm ready for it. I'm gonna
smash it.
I'm gonna tear it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna smash it.
Either way.
Yeah.
Right? I come home,
And when the day was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be, I'm like, oh well, thank God.
I knew it was gonna be like that. I knew, because in my head I'm like, you know what? It is what it didn't even matter what the day was, because I was gonna tear it up regardless.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like you gotta almost reverse psychology yourself. to be able to go do it. You know what I mean? Because we give a lot of people love to give advice, and they give
100%.
great advice to people. If you do have friends,
but they don't take their own.
I don't know if you
advice.
have friends, right? You might. If you
Some of them don't.
Because we were talking about in the beginning, you might not have friends.
No.
But if you do have some people around you, we give the best advice, but we don't take none of it.
Take your own. Yeah. You know,
relationships. I hear people give so much good advice in relationships, and then
they
at
can't
their
hold
own
on
relationship, it's like
they don't even have one.
What are you doing? Like your relationship is not. You don't even live like that, bro. Like, and it's like, you know what I mean. But it's all about just being positive about certain situations. I talked about this before. I'm not saying that if you lost your arm, which could still work out good. You know what I mean. I'm not saying it's the best thing to happen, but. You know what I mean? You still have to be positive about it because you ain't nothing you can do about it.
You gotta make the best of the situation.
That's it.
Regardless.
And that's with every situation you need to make the best of.
But it all starts with you. You gotta be the person to look at, like, if I come out with a negative attitude, my boss is gonna know it. My people
know
who
it.
work
People
with
can
me
tell
are gonna know
about
it.
you.
The people I meet just on a random are gonna know it. They're like, God, that dude's negative, or that guy always comes into this gas station. He's always freaking, puffing and upset.
You can tell, man. When you out and about, and you're at the gas station, or you're at the store. You can tell the people that don't know they're having a good day.
What your vibe? How's your vibe?
Yeah, they're giving off this energy that you like. Listen, I don't even want to. And then some people don't even be having a bad day, but that's just their energy.
That's just how they are. Yeah,
you don't want to. You don't want to be that person because your life is. If your life was bad, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, and you're
there's no way you could beat a bad day with being bad energy. Like I just don't see it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like if you think that that's possible, you know what? The day's bad, I'm just gonna be angry. Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Even there is even sometimes too where I have something negative in my head, or I'm thinking negative. I'm on the road 50% of the time, right? So there'll be something negative in my head, and even in my head, I'll start revamping it and trying to find a way to make it and turn it into a positive. And like even if it is a negative, I'm trying to problem solve and trying to figure out exactly what I need to do to fix the situation. And then by the time I'm done with it, and I'm dealing with 1,000 other things, I get home and I already have the solution in my head. I go on whatever I was going to do, however I was going to fix the problem, and I just do it because I thought about that problem in the back of my head all day long and found a solution to it instead of letting it bother me to the point where it made me negative at the street light, or negative at the dude who cut me off, or negative at the negative at the bad service
people would
guy.
People would let somebody cut them off, and that whole day, that's all they worried about.
Yeah, they're like, damn, I can't believe this traffic these days.
He wouldn't cut me off.
You know what it is? It's these kids these days, and
bro, stop.
Relax. Like,
you know what I mean? You can tell people they start telling you about. It's like. Yeah. You just can't do it.
Think about the topics that they bring up. They'll tell you right away how their brain works once they start talking to you. They'll bring up a story.
Oh, what about the oil? What about, bro? Listen,
it's immediately
at the end of the day, I don't care.
Like, damn, why is
your
your brain?
I can't do nothing about that. Working today.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything about it now. I just gotta make sure my day is good. Come home with a good attitude. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If not, you could mess your whole family has bad attitude after that because you came home with a bad attitude.
Because you came, I'm responsible for a lot of other people, so my attitude really means a lot to them. Like, people are relying on me, not just financially. They're relying on me and my personality and bringing light to the situation instead of being so heavy and being so weighted and being so depressing or dragging them down.
I guess honestly, I'm too old for this shit, right?
But I think
to be upset and be angry and be all frowning.
It doesn't help anything.
It doesn't do anything.
It always makes the problem
worse. I don't know why people think it does.
When somebody tries to argue with me, I don't argue. I don't fight fire with fire. I fight fire with water. I just explain to them in a really intelligent, or at least, a different. I'm not going that direction. I go in a completely opposite direction, and then it calms the situation down, and then we're in a happy place again. It's just. There's no reason to act like that, but it all starts with how you act and how you are and how you present yourself.
You can change the whole situation by being positive.
Yeah.
You can change somebody who's negative and they would be negative. Then there's sometimes you're not going to change them, and that's okay too. As long as it's not you. But if everybody was thinking like that and everybody was thinking like, listen, I'm just going to be positive today, I'm not going to worry about it, then we'd have a more positive world because everybody would be wanting to be positive.
Wait till the next time you shop at IKEA and you go buy yourself some IKEA furniture, and then you're putting it together, and if you put it together and kids running around, and you're like, oh, God, this doesn't work, you're freaking out, like you're never going to get through this thing. And you're probably going to build it the wrong way because you're frustrated. Yeah. Like, if you just calm down.
I tell my son about that about video games. You playing a video game, you get frustrated. Listen, I get it.
I tell my daughter the same thing.
I get it, but you got to calm down because you're not going to beat it angry.
Yeah, no.
You never beat a video game angry.
You got to be
calm. Like, oh, God.
It's designed to make you frustrated, so you keep doing the same mistake over and over again.
You know when you beat it after you've been pissed for like 30 minutes, and then you're like,
okay. Let me try.
Finally.
Let me try this.
Right?
Yeah. Because
And
you
then it's
calm
like that.
down and
You
then you
calm
can
down
actually beat
and
the
you
game.
can't think when you're angry. That's
Yeah.
why I was saying about emotionally, and I know we didn't want to talk about it, but like you
Yeah,
know the
it's
thing
alright.
that happened over a thing was he was weighed down. He was angry.
Don't bring it up.
No, I'm saying the guy was angry, and that's why
There
he
was a
went and
certain guy who was
reacted to it,
angry, and he
he
acted
went
a
and did the
certain way.
thing that he did
And then he
because
did
he was
something.
angry.
Yeah.
Right?
And
If he would have been positive, he could have found a positive way out of that.
He was winning the award anyway. Like,
But
you had
he
a
was
positive
just,
night.
He was just angry. He's just he was an
Angry guy.
Angry guy. He had something in his. Probably had other stuff that we didn't even know was going on.
Yeah.
Right.
But you could have handled the
He could have
situation
handled the
completely
situation
different.
differently if he would have been positive about it. But anyways,
If you would have just
that's the
relaxed.
point I'm
Yeah.
trying to make. Is just you gotta stick. You be positive, man. It's easier. It's better on your body. It's better for your stress.
Better
it's
mentality. Better
for
for
your, it's
everything.
better. Nothing's gonna happen with the negative attitude. It just doesn't work.
Treat yourself
I don't
good
understand.
first. Treat yourself.
You gotta understand that.
Work on your health. Like, treat your body healthy. Make better decision when it comes to self-talk. You know, make sure you greet others the way you want to be greeted. Like, these are all obvious things, but so many of us don't do them and then expect it from somebody else. How can you expect anything from somebody else when you don't even do it?
You don't give out that type of energy though. People get to feel you, man. People feel your energy.
Mm-hmm. They know.
Like people would tell me like, "Oh man, you're a good guy," but they don't know me.
They don't know.
But
they
the
can
energy
feel the
I'm
vibe.
giving out is not no energy that's gonna hurt them, and that's the difference.
Yes.
Like people can understand that, and that's what you got to give out.
Believe me when I tell you, it's easier than you think. It's a little bit of a struggle at first, but once you start changing that mentality, and once you start
You just gotta
changing
catch
those
yourself.
things, yeah, just
Catch yourself
every time you
when
do,
you-
you're like, oh damn, I did
When
it
you
again.
start going down this thing, be like, "Damn, bro, why was I acting like that?"
Yeah.
But that's when you get self-aware, where you're like, "You know what? I reacted pretty bad."
And a lot of these things too are it's like muscle memory. Like your body, you are so used to a specific habit that you go right back to it, even though you're doing it. Just it's gonna happen when you go back to it. Just go, oh whoa, and catch it, and be like, you know what? I ain't gonna do that this time. I'm gonna do it this way instead, and then you'll be fine. But if you do the same thing over and over and over again, it's the
Expecting different
definition
results
of an insane
insanity.
person.
Well, I think Albert Einstein said.
So fix it. Stop doing all the dummy shit. Change it and watch your
Positivity.
life change. Trust me, I'm trying to help you, bro. I'm here for you.